Why do the nicest people develop nervous system dysregulation and need somatic healing, and they have chronic pain, they have panic, they have anxiety? Why is it always the nice people? Like, you see the meanest people on TV, on the internet, and they don't seem to give a blank about, and even that, I'm being super nice, right? I'm not cursing at you. Who knows who's watching this? But my clients and the people I've met on my journey of recovery from chronic pain, anxiety, and panic and other sensations has shown me that these are the most open-hearted, loving people possible. And that's part of the reason why they develop chronic pain and panic and anxiety, because they're people pleasing. They're trying to help people. It's a pattern that we have to unlearn. It's a pattern that we have to overcome as we recover. We don't have to become mean people, but we don't have to be people pleasers anymore. We don't have to be Mr. and Mrs. Nice Guy and walk on eggshells and worry about what everybody's going to think about us, because it's none of our business. We can never control what anybody's thinking about us. We can barely control what we think about us. And think about it. How can we control somebody else's mind when we can barely control our monkey minds? And some people can develop a stronger level of control, and that's part of this transformational journey, which is wonderful. But before I go into today's topic, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Healing Wolf, a professional chronic pain, anxiety, trauma, and panic attack neuroplastic sensation recovery coach. Now, neuroplastic means brain change. So my intention is to interact directly with your unconscious mind, making beneficial shifts that will rewire your brain so that you can recover from chronic pain, so that you can get out of the jungle, out of hell. I was bedbound for a year, out of that hell and back to a full and vibrant life. So why are my clients so nice? Why are people who have developed chronic pain usually super nice people, super kind people? It's because they learned to be nice when they were very little, or they learned to be nice as a survival mechanism, as a protection mechanism created by unconscious mind. Imagine you're little, you're tiny, you're walking around, and you're in diapers, and you're just beginning to walk, and you hear people yelling and screaming, and you feel that your unconscious mind knows there's danger there. There's violence. It's an ancient system we have, and we can sense when there's danger. And so what do? We try to be quiet. We try to giggle more, because especially if we're abused. Because what happens when we cry? We get smacked, we get shoved in a closet, whatever may have happened. It's not right that it happened. It's not your fault that it happened. But your unconscious mind tried to keep you alive by making sure that you were pleasing, that you were smiling, that you were giggling, that you were cute, that you were accommodating, that you were helpful, that even when you enter school, that your grades were good, you were respectful. You were trying to fit in to your family of origin. You're trying to fit into your school. You're trying to fit into your tribe, because in ancient times, if you got kicked out of the tribe, you starved to death. That was the end of it. So that's why many people who are dealing with and recovering from nervous system dysregulation and chronic pain and anxiety and other neuroplastic, fibromyalgia, migraines, all this stuff, panic attacks, anxiety, that's why they are the way they are. There's something called internal parents. Your mind creates almost like a hologram of an internal parent that's trying to keep you directive, and it's trying to keep you doing what will help you to fit in, will help you to please others so they'll like you. So basically, on a primitive level, so you're going to eat, so you're going to have shelter, so you're going to have medicine, so you're going to have people around you to protect you if there is a predator or if there is a disaster or whatever. You're going to have your tribe around you. And it's nice to be nice. So I'm not saying don't be nice. I'm saying that this is a pattern where people are overly nice. You hear about people walking on eggshells, talking to people, talking to clients. Oh, I'm walking on eggshells because my partner flips out and screams all the time, and I have to be careful what I say. I have to be careful of my tone. I have to be careful, just be careful in general. But what does that do? It keeps your nervous system amped up so that your nervous system is feeling like there's threats around you, and you're an adult. It's not a great way to live like this. You want to live in an environment where you're peacefully engaging with people. Sometimes you might have fights. That happens to everybody. But in general, you want a harmonious environment where you don't have to please everybody. You can do your own thing. You can get your own needs taken care of. And you're not thinking about what everybody's doing, because these are grown adults around you. They're doing their own thing, your co-workers, whatever. So that internal parent can be released and let go of, because you're an adult now. You don't need that parent to give you that guidance. And you can say no. You can make choices that might not make everybody happy. That's fine. You do what makes sense for your own progress, for your own transformation. That's what I recommend. So whatever moves you have to make to move forward and take care of yourself, make those moves. Continue down that path. So please subscribe to this channel. Give me a thumbs up, ring the bell, drop a comment. If you feel like you've been people pleasing, have you been people pleasing? How do you people please? And how are you healing that? You can do a lot of visualization. You can do interaction. You can sit down and journal and think about how can I shift out of this mode of making sure other people think I'm okay. And now as a musical performer, I used to be this way as well. Really worried that I would mess up a song. These people paid to be here. I'm on a stage. I'm doing things that are needing to be at a certain level, a professional level. I'm playing a song. I want to make sure I don't mess it up. And sometimes I would mess it up. So my way around that was to mess it up on purpose sometimes, to just throw a chord off, sing a lyric off, stop in the middle, whatever, and get used to screwing up. Because when you get used to screwing up in the eyes of others, you get used to screwing up in your own eyes too, and you realize, your unconscious mind realizes that you make it, you survive. Might be a little uncomfortable at first, but you don't have to be 100%. There's no such thing as perfection. It's not a real, it's just a concept. So keep moving forward. Be nice if you want to be nice. Be however you need to be in your life. But realize that this is a pattern. Nice people develop chronic pain a lot, anxiety and panic, and nice people recover. So you can recover. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one, head to my website, healingwolfcoaching.com, and you can book a free consult call. When you're ready to work with me, book that call, and that will give us a good 15, 20 minutes to begin moving things forward, to get me up to date on what's been happening for you, and then begin to give me the insights I need to compose the journey, to create the session content that's going to move you forward the fastest. I also have some more videos, and I have a subscribe link, so please do that. Watch some more videos and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. I know you can do this. Keep rocking, keep roaring forward.